We often bemoan over the fact that there is a dearth of humor and banter in the public discourse. And even though the high and mighty leaders have a massive social media presence, but those platforms are rather used as a tool of information dissemination of government policies and decisions, rather than being used as a vibrant space for discussion and debate. So, talking about humor, even the print media does precious little to bring forward the humor in the public discourse by printing a few comic strips, and which doesn't always represent the public sentiment at large. So when a book like this comes up, Rajnitir Oli-a, anecdotal book of the author throughout his career, and how he has rubbed shoulders with the high and mighty, and he has tales to tell about what happens behind the closed doors. And sometimes it is very important for us as voters, as citizens, to know the humane side of our leaders. For Manoj Goswami sir's book, you have to read between the lines. There is a lot of things that is unsaid. There are a lot of things that is signaled upon, and you have to catch those signals. You have to be that tower, that you have to have your antennas high to catch all the information he says without saying it, without literally stating it, and that is most important thing. These books also mentions the hustle of the unknown men and women in the city who hustles for a living, and how as a system there is an apathetic view of them, and how there is precious little we do as a society for them. So all in all I can say is this is not a gamut of gossips. This is an anecdotal piece which is very emotional. Kumar Goswami has contemplated on mortality a lot. He talks about mortality a lot, and this is a very contemplative, meditative piece. You have to understand where he is coming from. You have to have a little context about the man so that you can understand this book better. This is a standalone book. It does not rely heavily on the reader to read the part one, and rather than coming to part two, it is titled as such, not as a continuation of what had happened in part one, but as in the same thematic genre, and that is why it is titled as so. If you're interested in politics, if you're a fan of his writing, definitely pick this book up. This is worth your time. This will give you a lot of food for thought. So this is my second book of the year, Rajnitir Olye Golye, Unedited, part 2.